Welcome back to Texas Hill Country and to this new A-frame cabin. Today we're in Wimberley, Texas, about 1.5 hours outside of San Antonio. We have this all black A-frame here, and if you couldn't tell, I really like the color black. In the interior, it's a mid-century and artsy vibe to it. I especially really love the kitchen with the very colorful and bright backsplash. Then on the exterior, you have a ton of Texas Hill Country views from your split level outdoor deck, along with your hot tub and even an outdoor shower. These guys actually have a couple different units in this area. Last year we toured one of their other cabins, so I'll put a link down to all their listings in the video description. But without further ado, guys, this is one of my favorite A-frames that I've toured in quite some time. Let's now go and start the full tour. Let's go and tour this incredible A-frame in Texas. This is actually the entry side of this cabin. You'll notice they have a fire pit, a grill, 2 doors, and a small deck. But let's now go and switch to the front side of the home. And here she is. I absolutely love the slick black modern architecture, and my eye is immediately drawn to the massive roof that is on this cabin. I also loved how later in the day, I turned on pretty much all of the interior lights, and the cabin emitted this really strong yellow glow, which you can see more clearly here. Now, we also have the huge deck, of course, as well. You have multiple seating areas out here and your hot tub. We've seen now pretty much everything for the exterior, so now I'll begin to go into a little more detail as to what is on the deck. Starting in one corner, you do have that small black table with 2 chairs, and there's also a wraparound bench in that one corner. So this is the perfect spot to have any of your meals outdoors. You also have 2 sets of these red chairs. They are super comfortable, and some small cactus plants. But the best part, of course, is your hot tub. I mean, just look at these views, ladies and gentlemen. Off into the distance, you can see all the way out into Texas Hill Country. Now, on the other end of the property, I almost forgot to mention this, but you do have an outdoor shower. Obviously, it's enclosed for privacy. You have all of this metal paneling, you have stones and some woodwork down below, and then there is your shower head. And this is one of my favorite drone shots by far. You can see the cabin there behind me as I'm panning out with the drone. And here is what some of the surrounding area looks like. Again, we are in Wimberley, Texas today, and it made for a great sunset. But we'll now transition to begin to go inside to the cabin. But before we do, I'll take a quick break to thank our sponsor. If you've been following the channel over the past few months, you'll know that I just purchased my first ever home here in Mexico City, and I do plan to put it up online as a short-term rental in the coming months. Now, I've toured over 200 plus properties on this YouTube channel in the past couple of years, which is just wild to still think about. And if there's one piece of advice I could give to the STR hosts out there, it's that you really need to diversify your booking channels. You should never put all of your eggs in one basket for just one booking platform. Booking.com might be more known for hotels, but in 2022, over 30% of all bookings on the platform were for vacation home rentals. As a soon-to-be host myself, I am able to set up my brand new listing on Booking.com in just 15 minutes. They even have liability insurance of up to $1 million, and you can make sure that any guests must agree to your house rules before they book. For my own property, I have this gorgeous terrace which could definitely be prone to parties, so having these 2 policies in place makes me feel much more comfortable. I'll share my listing on Booking.com when it goes live, but for now, if you're a host watching this and you want to learn more, go ahead and click on the link in my video description. For now, let's go back to the video. Welcome back. I'm going to open up this door and go inside, and when you first enter, you'll see a hallway, and straight ahead, that leads to the dining area and the main room. Off to one side, you do have your washer and dryer right next to the main entrance, but we'll actually go up this staircase first, and this will eventually take us up to the master bedroom. The master bedroom has some incredible natural light later in the day, as you can see. On the left, you do have a small table, a chair, and a bench at the end of the bed, and this is a large king-sized mattress. You have those two nightstands and lights on either end of the bed, and you can also just see more into that sitting area with a plant. You even have some hangers as well, and a mirror closer to the stairs when we first came up. Now, I'll also briefly peer over the ledge, and I'll look back down into the bottom floor, and you can see the living room out there, and even the deck and your view off there into the distance. So it's a pretty cool view, I think, to wake up to first thing in the morning over here at the A-frame. We are now back downstairs near the main entrance, and I'll slide this door back to take us into the master bathroom. I love the green tiling throughout. You have that nice decoration on the right, and even a hair dryer straight ahead as well, built into the wall. And then here is your large shower with these nice gray tiles throughout. But that's pretty much everything for the bathroom. I'll now walk down this hall to continue on. This will take us into the main area, which contains your kitchen, living room, and your dining area. This is what you'll see as soon as you enter and look to the left, and here is a different viewpoint from the dining area looking out into the rest of the room. We'll now go section by section and go first into the dining area. You have this modern minimalist dining table with 4 chairs around it. In one corner you have some plants and decorations, and the other has this little bar cart with a speaker and the guest book. Next, we'll now steer more towards the living room. Again, it's more of a modern boho style in this section. You have that very comfortable plush leather couch, and then you have those brightly colored pillows, which you can't miss, and a circular coffee table with some coasters right in front of the couch. Now, from this angle, you can begin to see more into the kitchen, but we'll also pan up, and you can see back up into the master bedroom and see how tall these ceilings are. Let's now pan more to the right, and you can begin to see more into the kitchen, which is one of my favorite parts of this main area. Again, you can't miss that bright blue and white backsplash along the kitchen wall, and you have all of your modern appliances like your stovetop there on the far right, the oven in the bottom right, and then you have your modern fridge and freezer unit there on the far left-hand side. If we also look up, you have this one gigantic long floating shelf that goes from one end to the other, and you can see all of your glasses, mugs, bowls, all of your major items that you would need to cook and enjoy your stay at can be found here along this very long shelf. There is also, finally, in addition, your small coffee machine area, and you also have a microwave as well. For the last part in this main room, you have what I'll just call the sitting area, which is comprised of that blue chair. You also have a ton of books behind there along this wall. Of course, most of them are A-frame and cabin themed, so you can sit here in this comfy chair and cozy up, especially because you also have this bright red retro looking fireplace. After that, I'll walk through this door next to the kitchen, and we'll come into what I'll call the kiddos room, which is the last space in this entire A-frame. There is that other door there on the left, which leads back outside towards the driveway and the entry side of the exterior. But you do have a little bit of storage space along with those 2 lights and 2 comfortable chairs. This is also the room that has the one TV in the entire cabin, so you can find that in this one corner above the chair. And then you also have your twin bunk beds along this wall. So this is a great area for the kids. I think a great spot for a family to book with the parents upstairs and the kids in this room. Last but not least, there is also a half bathroom here, similar to the master. You just don't have a shower, but still very convenient for the kids if they're sleeping right outside. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you very soon for another Airbnb tour.